No respite yet for China as Typhoon In-fa makes a second landfall in Zhejiang. Around 1.5 million people have been evacuated. The typhoon is lashing China's east coast with heavy rains and strong winds. Several villages have been flooded and trees uprooted. Transport links have been suspended. Officials fear the typhoon could hamper rescue and recovery efforts in Henan province. It's still reeling from the aftermath of flooding last week. Olivia Song joins us live from Zhejiang, Henan, for more. Olivia, how have evacuations been going?
Well, we do know that from the official numbers, at least 1.3 million people here in Henan have been relocated. And this number is likely set to grow because even though we've seen good weather in the last few days, there's been no rain, it's actually been quite sunny, we've seen the water levels in certain areas still continue to rise. And one example of that is in Weihui County, I beg your pardon, which is just 16 kilometers away from where we are here in Zhejiang. Today, we still continue to see people being evacuated from there because reservoirs have had their flood waters discharged and there's been poor drainage from the rivers in the area as well. And so where I am is one of the relocation sites. This place has just been turned into a temporary site today, in fact. I just want to show you where we are. This is actually a kindergarten, and they had actually been preparing to reopen to students after that unprecedented flooding. When the school principal said she had received a call to say that they needed a place to bring evacuees, and she readily agreed. And so now the classrooms are being used by people who have been relocated, and we see outside here, some of these people have just been having their dinner and are taking a breather as well. We've also seen donations coming in, instant noodles, water, bread, as well as blankets for these people. And this is just one way that people here in Henan province have been mobilizing themselves. And this is without the government's help. They have been mobilizing through the use of social media as well as WeChat. And we have seen people respond very quickly. And so for those people who have been relocated, we spoke to some of them, and they say that they are just grateful that they have now a safe place to live, even though they may be concerned down the road about what may happen to their homes with the flooding that is going on down the road. Here's what one of them had to say.
心情当然那个好了，这里面服务又好，人志愿这儿态度又特别好，是不是？然后又进来以后都搀扶老人，是不是？然后弄水弄吃的，我们其实感觉挺欣慰的。
Olivia, the death toll from last week's unprecedented disaster has also been rising.
Yeah, that's right. We are hearing from authorities the latest update that the death toll has gone up and now stands at 69 lives lost here in Henan province. And now we also do know now that at least 6 of them have died in the Jingguang Tunnel, which is a 2-kilometer long underpass in Zhengzhou, which is the provincial capital of Henan, which was ground zero, which had seen very bad flooding last week. And we also had seen loss of lives in that subway car, which had been inundated with flood waters. At least 12 people had died in that incident. And so that is something that Henan province continues to deal with. Rescue efforts are still going on, and there are still family members who say that their loved ones are missing. All this as there has been some concerning news. Authorities are warning that there is going to be bad weather in the next few days as we expect to feel the effects here in Henan from Typhoon In-fa. And we are expecting rain in the next few days. But residents here are hoping that lessons have been learned from last week and further damage and devastation can be prevented.
All right, Maria, thanks for getting us up to speed. Olivia Song in Xinjiang, Henan.